everyone. Hello. Thank you all for being here. My name is R.L. This is Joel, and that's the Caritas Chorale. First of all, a thank you to the wonderful folks here at St. Thomas for opening their doors to us, not only for these concerts, but our rehearsals here on Wednesday nights. By the way, those are at 6:30 on most Wednesday nights. Check the website. Once we finish today, you're all honorary members of the Caritas Chorale, and you would be invited to be with us on any concert. We don't have a rehearsal this week because it's Ash Wednesday, but we'll be starting the following week, and we're doing Rutter's Mass of the Children. It's a lovely, lovely piece, and we'd love to have you come and join us. Number one. Number two, you may notice inside of the program that our concerts this weekend are dedicated to the wonderful and dear Ruth Leader. We are spending some time honoring some folks who have sung with us along the way, who are no longer with us, and so we dedicate these concerts to Ruthie. I will always remember her special shrimp recipe, and as I said last night, if there's something that she doesn't approve of in this concert, I bet I'll know before the day is over. Do you have a program as well, John? I would like to read you something, and it's in the program, and you may have read it already. but it's the reason that we thought this concert might be great. So you can follow along if you want, but you don't need to. I'll read it to you. A message from the leaders, the board, and the members of the Caritas Chorale. It says this: okay, trust us. Whether you've been singing your whole life or barely squeaked out a note, whether you have an exceptional voice or think you might scare the cows away, it doesn't matter. Just sing. Here are some suggestions on how you might find yourself singing more. Sing in the car. Windows up or down is your choice. Radio on or off, also your choice. Everyone sounds better in the shower. Give it a try. Do it often. If you attend a place of worship and music is a part of that service, sing whenever you can. Start softly and let your voice grow. Don't hold back. You might find yourself in the choir. Next time you're at a concert and everyone's singing along with the band, join them. Why should they have more fun than you? By the way, go to more concerts. At the high school, at the middle school, at your grandchildren's elementary school. Check out the concerts at the Liberty or the Argyros. Don't miss a chance to get in the middle of the music. And come sing with Caritas. We promise you a good time. Perfect place to find your voice and to spend time with people who already know the value of singing. It's fun. So sing more. Speaking of that, I'd love to get you started on that. When you came in today, you should have been handed a song sheet, and if not, I bet we can find one for you. You just handed me one. What did I do with it? Oh, here we go. And on one side, you'll find at the top, At the River. The next piece we're going to do is a lovely Aaron Copeland arrangement of At the River. And we would like to invite you all to sing the melody with us on the first section. Now, after this first section, we're going to keep going. Don't. You're only invited for this beginning. Then we're going to take it from there, because we didn't give you all the parts. We'll let you sing some parts on the back. This all melody. Everyone, would you sing the soprano line with us right here? Joel, give us that A. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God? Yes, and God goes back up. Can we sing Flowing By? And flowing by the throne of God. Flowing by, 2 and 3. Flowing by the throne of God. Come on, you've got it. You've got it. Can we sing this whole line one more time? Then we're going to practice it with the intro. And then when you sing this with us, the tenors, basses, and altos all have different parts they'll be singing. Don't let that throw you. Stay with your team. Here we go. One more time. 2, ready, and. Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God. Very nice. Here's what the intro sounds like. 2, 3. Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God. Did you see this happening right at the very end there? That little hairpin thing? It means get louder. And then it says poco, meaning just a little. Don't get carried away. But get a little louder, if you could, right at the very end. We're going to do this. In case you haven't noticed, we're recording today's concert, so you are part of our history. Now, again, you've been sworn in as honorary members of the chorale. Here we go, whole song. I'll help you in the beginning. I was looking for some things to do for this concert, and I looked up a list of anniversaries of various composers, and I discovered that Aaron Copland turns 125 this year. So I suppose that seems a good enough reason to do a couple of his pieces today. So we have a little bit more, Ching-a-ring Chaw. And so we're going to give you a little bit of a taste of this, and then we'll go into it. Ching-a-ring-a-ring, ching-ching, ho-a-ding-a-ding, larky, ching-a-ring, ching, ho-a-ding, larky. Now, you all do that. Yeah, now you. No, we're not actually going to do it that fast. Let's bring it way back down, and we're also going to forget about the notes. So just think about the words. So we're going to say, ching-a-ring-a-ring, ching-ching, ho-a-ding-a-ding, coom, larky, etc. With everybody, and ready, go. Ching-a-ring-a-ring, ching-ching, ho-a-ding-a-ding, coom, larky, ching-a-ring-a-ring, ching-ching, ho-a-ding, coom, larky. Yeah, I don't know where Aaron Copland got those words. I think they're just made up. They don't mean anything, except they're fun. Let's do it a little bit faster now.
Were you talking about the D instead of the ring?
Oh, yeah, so to make an R sound, you gotta like smush your tongue all the way back in your throat. Right? we're always telling the choir, R's not a vowel. Stop singing R's. It's just not cute, right? Lord. Isn't quite as fun as Lord. So, ching-a-ring-a-ring, you can go a little faster, say ching-a-ding-a-ding. Right? So everybody just say ching-a-ding-a-ding. Ching-a-ding-a-ding. Yeah, so let's try ching-a-ding-a-ding-ding, or ching-a-ding-a-ding, ching-ching. And ready, go. Ching-a-ding-a-ding, ching-ching, ho-a-ding-a-ding, coom, larky, ching-a-ding-a-ding, ching-ching, ho-a-ding, coom, larky.
Yeah, great. Let's try it with the notes now. And ready? Go. Ching-a-ding-a-ding-ching-ching. Ho-a-ding-a-ding-cum-larky. Ching-a-ding-a-ding-ching-ching. Ho-a-ding-cum-larky. Yeah, nice. Great. Now, let's all do that, and I'll help you with the first part. We're going to go a little bit faster. Not a lot faster. And do it for real, yeah. And ready? Yeah. Ching-a-ding-ching-ching, ho-a-ding-cum-larky, ching-a-ding-ching-ching, ho-a-ding-cum-larky. Brothers gather round, listen to the story of the promised land and the promised glory. You don't need to fear if you have no money. You don't need no bread to buy your milk and honey. Let it ride in style, goes with 4 white horses. Let the evening meal has 1, 2, 3, 4 courses. Brothers, hear me now, the promised lands are founded. Let us sing and shout, and hear the pipes drumming.
Out and surround you for this next moment, but I'll tell a story while they're moving out into place. So I've told this story before, but it's one of my 4 best stories, so I'm going to tell it again. When I was between my junior and senior year in high school, I grew up in Virginia, and Virginia had a program called the Governor's School for the Gifted. They then canceled the gifted part and just called it the Governor's School. I think some people let it go to their heads. But I got to study music and theater for a month on a college campus in Virginia. And one day we were told we were going on a field trip. And so they put us, about 20 of us, on a bus. And we were in Lynchburg, and they drove us up to Northern Virginia. And we went to Wolf Trap, the amazing amphitheater just outside of DC. And we were sitting out on this gigantic lawn, and we saw this golf cart coming toward us. And there was a driver and someone sitting in the cart. And in the cart was Aaron Copland. Oh. And so the 20 of us, little high school students from Virginia, sat for an hour and talked to Aaron Copland. It was amazing. And then we got to go into the pavilion and sit and watch him rehearse the National Symphony, playing his works, Rodeo and Appalachian Spring, and watch him craft this amazing orchestra into playing his works. And then that night we went back and we sat way out on the lawn, laying under the stars, and listened to the performance. All of that was magical, but here's what I remember from that moment. Mr. Copland said this. He said, "You know, I'm very lucky." Of course, we were all thinking, you know, you're very talented. But he said, "I put some dots on a page, and someone picked up those dots, and they handed them to some musicians, and the musicians played my dots, and I got to hear it. And because of that, I wrote more dots." Isn't that profound? I think what he was saying to us is there's an awful lot of talent, and then there are people with talent who also are lucky enough to have someone play their dots. My time with Aaron Copland. Now, Joel's going to lead you all through learning some parts. If you know that you are an alto, would you make your way over here? If you know that you're a soprano, and you want to sing along, would you make your way over here, because it's where the sopranos are. Our tenors are back there. And Ellen's already in place. I love it. And our basses are over here. So if you want to go sing tenor or bass, you can go hang out with your team. Now we're going to learn some parts. You don't have to do this. You can go, I'm not doing that. You don't have to. But those of you who want to, we're going to learn some parts. And then we're going to stay around you to sing this piece so you can be in the middle of the sound. And again, we're just going to teach you the opening, I think, 8 measures or so. Joel.
All right. So, we have our little sheets here, right? So we have the first page of His Voice is the Sound. On the back page, oh yeah, you need your music. Go for it. Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of staves, or staffs. Sopranos.
4 lines, 5 lines on them.
Yeah. Yeah, right. We have the soprano line and the alto line and the tenor line and the bass line and then the piano part under that. So we're all going to look at the soprano part to start with. Sing it in whatever octave is comfortable. Up here or down here, whatever works. Okay? So let's all try it together. And ready, go. His voice has the sound of a dulcet and sweet. His word through the shadows of death. Yeah, let's do verse 2. The cedars of Lebanon. So the first time you go into the box, into the thing that says number 1. The second time you skip that and go into the thing that says number 2. And those like little dots that face each other, that's the repeat. So the cedars, 2 and 3. The cedars of Lebanon, at His feet, the air is perfumed with His breath. Yeah, the air is perfumed with His breath. Yeah, preferably not the other thing. Okay, let's all try the alto part. Yeah, we get no. His voice has the sound. 2 and go. His voice has the sound of a dulcet and sweet. His word through the shadows of death. Yeah, keep going. Let's all try the tenor part. His voice and go. His voice has the sound of the dulcet and sweet. His word through the shadows of death. The cedars of now, last but not least, the basses. His voice. When I was in grad school, one of my directors said basses all make a face before they start to sing low notes, so she just called it bass face. So everybody make bass face. His voice, right? And go. His voice has the sound of the dulcet and sweet. His word through the shadows of death. The cedars of Lebanon bow at His feet. The air is perfumed with His breath. Yeah, awesome. All right, let's all try it together. Everybody in your own parts. You're either here or you're here. 2 and go. That's really cool. Okay, great. Now let's do the whole song. I'll help you all for those first two verses there, and then the Caritas Chorale will continue all the way to the end. What did I want to say? Watch me for the cutoff. Dulcimer sweet is heard. That way everyone can end the word at the same time. We talk about that a lot. When do we start? When do we stop? And then, was that the only thing I wanted to say? I think so. The staccatos, those little dots, heard through the shadows of death. So a little bit of light between those notes. Through the shadows. Yeah, right on. Okay. A little wiggle. And ready and go. His voice has the sound of the dulcimer sweet, is heard through the shadows of death. The sweetness of Lebanon bow at his feet, the air is perfumed with his breath. His lips as a fountain of righteousness flow, that waters the garden of grace. On richness of salvation, Magenta shall go, and ask in the smile of his face. Love sits on his majesty, Lord, all the regions of heart, regions
Come on back, everyone. So, we really weren't kidding that you're welcome to join us in the chorale. Now, here are some of the main reasons people go, oh, I could never do that. I don't read music. Half of the group doesn't read music. We record parts and put them on the website. You can go onto the website and listen to them and learn them. We drill the parts much more than we did with you all here today. We don't just go over them twice and call it good. We work on them. There's also the, I don't think I can make every rehearsal. Everyone here made no. Most people missed at least one, if not two or three. People travel. People have other commitments. Family come into town. We schedule the rehearsal so that you can miss a rehearsal or two and still sing. We confessed the other night that if we had our way, perhaps we would never sing a concert. We would just get together once a week and sing. Because it's the social aspect of singing that maybe is the most dear to us. Now, that being said, we've had a great time sharing music with you today, and I'm glad that we get to do some performances. But for this group, it's the chance to get out of the house on a Wednesday night and come together and sing. It's good for your soul. It's good for your body. It's good for your mind. We talked a bit going into this weekend that we would try to take all of the sounds that weren't music, the noise. And let's face it, there's a lot of noise right now. Personal noise, large, gigantic, global noise, and take those and set them on the shelf for just a bit so that we could let music be in the front. And I think that's what we try to do once a week. So if that appeals to you, you really are welcome. You can also come to a rehearsal or two and go, you know what, I thought that might be for me. It's not. And then, come to our next concert. Joel, tell your story.
Oh yeah, I have so I went to this conference a couple of times called World Music Drumming, and they do it all over the country, but I happen to be in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. It's kind of rhythmic. This conference was started by a couple of folks from the University of Minnesota, one of whom you would totally believe was born in Minnesota, and the other one was born in Ghana. He told us that in Ghana, when people are making music in Ghana, there isn't really a distinction between the different arts or between the performer and the audience. Everybody participates in the way that they can, and it's all equal. So some sing, some dance, some make the instruments, some walk by and tap their foot. But everybody is equally valued in the making of the art in West Africa. So I commend that philosophy to you right now. So thank you very much for being here very much. Yeah.
We have one more piece that we want to share with you today, and we're going to ask that you guys listen and we sing, remembering that's all a part of the sharing. You'll hear a bit of Lily along the way. You'll hear a bit of my friend Alex along the way as well. Thank you both for sharing your talents. This piece is called My God is a Rock.
Shelter in a time of storm.
Thank you all very much.